Okay, guys, I just wanted to do something a little different this week. We're going to try a video announcement where I'm going to go through just a quick PowerPoint and talk about what we're going to be looking at this week, what I want you guys to get done, any useful hints and tips. So hopefully this is useful for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you liked it. So without further ado, let's start this. Let me pull it all up. Okay. So this week, welcome to week 10. Let's go over the overview. What's going on this week? So this week, it's case studies with focus on floods. So this week, we're going to be looking at floods. This is a really great week. There's some really great case studies that are going to kind of give you guys a good perspective on the effects of floods and other natural disasters other than the initial impact of the event. So, other things such as starvation, disease, and things like that, you're going to see read about a little more with the case studies this week. So pay attention. It's really interesting. It's sad, but really good to learn. You're also going to be going over, you need to do your great dates. One thing I've been noticing lately with some of you guys is that you haven't been following the prompts. A lot of you will just kind of go through and do what did you learn this week, kind of the suggestion puts. But don't forget there's also a prompt that you're supposed to address. So make sure you're addressing these prompts for full credit. And they can be anything like, if you remember the one about publishing the volcanic hazard map in the Caribbean islands. I don't remember what this week's is. I haven't looked at it yet, but please make sure to follow the prompt. Then also make sure to get your weekly disaster report in. These can be utilized, are a huge help with doing your final project. So more about that in a minute, so make sure you do that. And then study for your upcoming tests. Surprise, you have a test opening next week on July 6th. It's going to cover everything since the last exam. So it's going to include floods, and it's going to include next week's material, which will be tornadoes and hurricanes, and then it's also going to include a little bit from the last, so make sure that that's not comprehensive over the last exams. So just make sure everything from everything since the last exam will be on this test. So start studying now. So now I want to give you guys a couple of hints and tips, just some things I've seen. So weekly meetings, I think they've been going really well. I've really enjoyed meeting with you guys. I've had a really good turnout, which I haven't had in the past semesters. That's why I'd stopped doing it. So I'm just gonna keep it Thursdays. So it's gonna be this Thursday, June 27th from 8 to 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it's gonna be office hours format this time. So since we're doing case studies this week, what I'm going to be doing rather than kind of reviewing any previous materials is I want to have you guys come with questions about anything, anything we've gone over this semester, any concerns you've been having, and we'll address those then. So please come to that. It'll be useful. I'm not going to record anything with it. So, be there, and if you don't come, you miss out. Okay, and then next one, semester project. Just a quick overview, guys. Remember, there's going to be 12 total disasters that you have to report on. They need to be recent disasters, nothing over like the last 30 years. If you do a disaster from 30 years ago, I'm not going to give you any credit for it. So make sure it's recent disasters, okay, within the last year if possible. If I would prefer that occurred during this semester. But I recognize that things such as volcanic eruptions don't happen very often that affect people. So it's okay if you go back a little further for those. Also utilize the format provided you in the project description. You'll notice that they'll have a kind of a bullet points that are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. They kind of outline the project. Within there, a bullet point number 8 has kind of a format you can use. I would highly recommend using that format. It'll save you time. It'll save me time when grading. Start it early. So I would already be working on it for you guys. I'm opening up this week. I'm opening up now the module 14, which week 14, so that you guys can submit it as soon as you have it done. So as soon as you get it done, starting now, you can turn it in. Okay? And as I said, week 14 module is now open. Just a couple of tips that aren't on the slide. Make sure complete sentences, good grammar, no spelling errors. Those are all things that'll bring your grade down. Make sure you have 12 disasters, and just make sure to take the time to read the project description. It will be a link to it will be posted below this video in the announcement. And then last thing, extra credit opportunity for you guys. Everyone can do it. It's a quick one worth 5 points on the next exam starting next week. Pick a conference talk, read through it, and then in the comments below this, post just a short paragraph overviewing what you learned this week from that conference talk. And then reply to any of your peers' posts, just one. So, just do it in your scripture study. Quick way to make 5 points on the next exam. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, guys, looking forward to a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. And I think that's all we've got.